Diaz with the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour, and our male Junior Golfer of the Month for May is 9-year-old Brantley Lott. Brantley is the reigning Under Armour World Champion after sinking this putt in an exciting playoff last summer. He's also a regular on our top 9 shots countdown with his great play. So we decided to pick out our top 9 questions for Brantley and his Daddy Caddy Jared. We went to their home state of Georgia and took a wild ride with them. And we started by asking them about that World Championship putt. It's not the front 9, it's not the back 9, it's the top 9 questions for Brantley Lott. Question 1. What was it like to sink a long putt to win the Under Armour World Championship?
Man, the putt. So draining that putt was awesome. I'll kind of rewind a little bit. We had that same putt in just a normal round that same day, and he'd left it about 2.5 inches short.
My dad was wanting me to hit it really short of the hole, and I wanted to hit it above the hole because I had that same putt that round, so I knew what I was doing. Yeah, I knew I was because I knew exactly where it was breaking. It took a long time to win that. A lot of hard work.
And walking up there, he looked at me, he said, "I'm gonna make this putt." And I was like, "You know what it is, you've already had this putt, just go do it." And when it went in, it took me a while going back and just looking at this video. I didn't realize how long it took me and him to actually come back together, get a little emotional, and actually be able to release everything that we've been working for. I say we, he'd been working for, and it was a pretty special moment.
A special moment for a special kid and a special Daddy Caddy. Question 2. What was the celebration like after winning the Under Armour World Championship?
The emotions after that tournament, that night, it was one of those things where we'd already released all that emotion, and he was just super happy. He got on the phone with his mom and she wasn't able to be there, and FaceTime her, and it was a really cool moment. We had the bad part about it is we had a 6-hour drive back home, so we had a lot of time to play the iPad and call people and answer phone calls, and let him all of his buddies were texting him or texting me saying congratulations.
A bunch of people tell you, "Hey, are you a world champion?" It felt really good. It felt cool. It was a really cool experience.
It was a really cool moment for him to be able to just realize how many people follow him in this golf journey that he's on, and that are proud of him. And they're proud of him not because he won, just because of how much dedication he has and hard work that he puts into it, and then winning just comes along with that stuff.
Question 3. When did Brantley start playing golf?
Brantley got into golf, it probably goes back to, I played golf a lot, and his older brother played golf, and Brantley's 4 years younger than Bryson, so Brantley was one of those kids who athlete, just out of the womb, just had great hand-eye coordination. His babysitter used to always throw balls to him when, he's 2 years old and he's hitting balls being pitched to him, baseball. But playing golf,
when I was 3 years old, competitively 4 years old.
Bryson started playing, and Brantley didn't want to be outdone, so he just started hitting out in the yard with his brother, and then going back to our golf course and our pro PGA Junior League.
Give me 5, boy.
He's 3.5, 4 years old out there, and he's like, "Bring him on." So we brought him out there, and he started hitting around with some of the older guys, and 2 kids, Griffin and Evan, kind of took him under his wing and just always spent a lot of time with him, and that's kind of where it started. 3.5, 4 years old, he's playing tournament golf, and he's just had a knack for it. Just one of those things where it just came easy to him. Golf's such a hard sport, but he just had really good hand-eye coordination, and he was pretty good at an early age, and he just, hard work just kind of kept him going in that same direction.
Question 4. What is your philosophy when it comes to teaching the game of golf to your sons?
My philosophy as a golf dad:
never give up. If you hit a bad shot, don't get a bad attitude.
I played this game. I played it on a professional level, and I realized what it took to be that. I wasn't as good as I thought I was, and I wasn't as good as a lot of the players that were out there, which is the reason that I'm driving this golf cart right now and taking him around the golf courses, not playing myself. But it's just one of those things to where I feel like my philosophy would be just hard work. One good thing about all of these tournaments we have, Under Armour especially, and just the different tours that we have, these kids have access now that I didn't have as a junior golfer, to be able to play tournaments. I've heard this before is like, man, our kids are already on tour. It's not the PGA Tour, but I mean, they're on these Under Armour tours. They're on all these different junior tours, and it's not a tour to where you get paid, but it's one of those things to where they're just getting all this great tournament rounds and reps, and it's just, golf just teaches you so much about life, whether you go on and play on the PGA Tour, the Korn Ferry, or any other tour, or if you just go and become a professional in a career somewhere. You're going to learn a lot of things in golf that's going to just help you throughout your life. And I just think golf's just a great sport. I mean, because you're out there on your own. You don't have anybody to lean on. You don't have anybody to blame besides the caddy.
I blame my caddy sometimes, but if you make a bad shot, it's on you. It's not on another person.
Golf's just a great sport to learn tons of life lessons.
Question 5. Brantley competes against his older brother Bryson. How does that make Brantley a better golfer over time?
I mean, I know all the hard work that both of them put in. Brantley, he's one of those kids to where he grew up, like I said, with an older brother. So all of his friends are 4 years older than him. So he's always been put in the position to compete against players that are either older or better and all that. And I think that's just kind of just instilled in him just a work ethic to where if I'm going to compete or if I'm going to win, I'm undersized when I'm competing against players that are so much older than me. Always having to compete with an older brother just made him just want to not feel that the pressure. I mean, I'm sure he feels the pressure, but it's just he's always competed against players that he felt like was older and better.
Question 6. Do you daddy caddy and coach your two sons, Brantley and Bryson, differently?
I've got two sons, and they are completely different, both exceptionally great golfers. But the way I have to go about teaching both of my kids are they're different. I mean, you got Brantley, who the madder you make him, the better he performs.
Yeah, he's really hard on me. Used to, if I hit a good shot, he'd yell at me if it wasn't exactly where he wanted it. But yeah, he's gotten way better at it.
And I've got one to where if you say the wrong thing to him, he kind of gets timid and backs down, and it's just a different approach to the game. And I think all kids are that way, but my kids just being able to say, hey, I've done this, and I know why I wasn't successful, which is, I think, what I go back to a lot of times is not look at what I did, but look at what I wasn't able to do, and I wasn't able to do it because of this. So this is why I feel like for you, chipping, putting 50 yards and in, because no matter how good you hit a driver or how good you hit an iron shot, everybody out there can do that. But when you miss those shots, how good are you going to be? Are you going to be able to get up and down? Are you going to be able to make this putt when it matters? Are you going to go through your routine?
Question 7. Any advice for the parents of kids on the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour?
So the advice I would give to parents out there, and I probably wish I'd have had this advice when I first started with my kids, is they've got time to be great. Allow them to get out there and chip and putt and just kind of do it their way. Let them figure out a natural way to do things. Yeah, you can correct them and give them a little bit of grip advice and different things like that, but I would say just let them naturally figure out a way to hit the ball, because when you give them a natural way to do it, you can go in and you can hone that in, but just allow them to have fun, make it fun. Don't fuss at them so much. I know I was really bad about that early on, but I've really worked hard on that here lately. But just allow them to be the golfer they are, and then instruct them on how to be a little bit better, and just make it fun. And I got some advice from Mr. JL one day. He said, don't make the drive home the most dreaded part about the whole tournament. Don't even talk golf on the way home, whether it's a great tournament or a bad tournament. Go get ice cream, go get something, make them feel like they can talk to you and that you're just not gonna critique everything after a round.
After the round, we pretty much forget about it. We don't really care who won or lost. We just go either putt or hit some range balls.
I would just say allow them to have fun and allow them to just make it fun. And there's plenty of time to be great.
Question 8. What makes the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour such a special tour?
The Junior Tour powered by Under Armour, I feel like it's special because it is a little bit different. Our age groups are not single age groups. I mean, I feel like you get competition. You're in, like, for instance, the 9 to 11 or the 8 and under. So you're not just playing against kids that are your particular age. You're getting to, if you're a great 8-year-old, well, you're a great 8-year-old, but there's always some good 9-year-olds too. So it kind of allows you to kind of strive for something. You're not always going to be the best. There's so much talent out there. Ray and the staff at Under Armour just put on awesome tournaments.
Because they always have food and water. And there's great people playing in it.
The locations we get to play at are second to none. Pace of play, which is for a parent, is great. And as a golfer, you don't want to do, I mean, it's just a well-organized tour. I would recommend it to anybody. I'm a little bit biased too because I am a league director myself in coastal Georgia. But it's just Under Armour. We've played multiple tournaments, multiple different tours at all different age groups, and Under Armour's up there with, I mean, I haven't really played a tournament that is better than any of the Under Armour tour tournaments.
Question 9. What is your dream when it comes to a future in golf for your son Brantley?
Where do I want to see my son's golf future?
To be on the PGA Tour, to win the Masters.
As every parent, I mean, your dream or whatnot would be for your kids to excel on the highest level of anything they can do, whether that's golf or not. I mean, I would love to see him on the PGA Tour. I'm not going to sit here and say that that's not something that I would love to see him. But if that's not the route he wants to take, I know it would be hard for me to accept that. But I mean, that's not everybody's route. I mean, it might be the fact of where he wants to go be a doctor. He might want to go be a vet. He might want to do all kind of things. But I hope that I can say at the end of all of it that I gave them every opportunity possible to take their career as far as they wanted to take it, whether that be college golf, whether it's just a junior golf career, or whether that is to strive and try to be a professional. I want to be able to sit back at the end and say, I gave you all I had.
It was so much fun riding around with the Lott family, who showed us what true Southern hospitality is all about. To see if Brantley makes our countdown again, check out our top 9 shots of the month coming out next week, right here on our YouTube channel. Until then, I'm Olga Diaz with the Junior Tour powered by Under Armour, and I'll see you on the golf course.